Guys, welcome back to APN podcast. We're doing it again. Next, we'll do it in another 2 years. It's going to get
Mm-hmm.
more and more infrequent as the years go on.
Right, right,
It's
right.
just the three of us this time.
Hey guys, it's me, famous Twitch streamer Germa985
Yeah,
here.
it's Jeremiah 5 here. He's here. Um,
Yeah, guest starring that guy. Yep.
hmm So, how are we today?
Irma streamed with Vinny Vinesauce today, by the way,
He
Jackson. I don't know if
did?
you. Yep, they played Splatoon.
I mean, they've done that before, but like, I'm still upset that I didn't know. They've done stuff together. That's literally the only reason I knew about Germa from Fight Sauce initially. To me, it was just the
Really.
guy that only does collabs with Vine Sauce. Like that's the only collabs that Vine Sauce does with the Germa. So clearly, this is how it works, or at least with Binti. So how are we today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I have done almost absolutely nothing productive today, and I've been loving it.
That's about where I'm at too. Um, I did go to class though, so I
I did
guess
not
that's
do that
something.
because I don't have those right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're poor, you can't afford
Yeah,
college.
that's that's. Um. Yeah, I went to computers class. I mean, the whole lecture was just my professor talking about research that he's done. So it wasn't like material, but it was cool. It
Sounds
was
like
it
a
was about
nerd.
like the Internet of Things.
Can I bully your professor?
Why are you? Why did you? You're gonna bully my professor? Why is that?
Yeah, he sounds like a nerd.
I mean, he's a computer science professor, so I don't
Okay,
know.
so you could have just said yeah.
Hey, now you're gonna learn C++. You're gonna have it. You,
during the fight where you beat him up, you'll successfully learn C++. plus plus.
they definitely teach
Yeah,
those at
you
colleges.
get the spell tome for C++
Yeah, that's
on
why you
DBs.
can't learn C++ plus plus unless you vanquish a CS professor. You have to vanquish him.
Right.
Otherwise,
Oh,
you just learn Python.
I took a funny exam. It was funny. I
That's.
definitely passed.
I bet you passed.
Did you pass the exam?
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Um. Yeah. So
Jackson, did you not take speech class? You should know
I
that you
took.
should never
Huh?
say while in the middle of your talking.
Did you know you should
That's
suck your
stupid,
balls?
Joe.
I don't think I can actually say that because we're probably gonna put this on YouTube. Oh,
Yeah. I was in speech class and I refrained from
I
using
mean,
a lot in that single presentation. But it was fine because I like had a direction. I knew what I was talking about, and that my speech was about Desert Bus VR.
that's awesome.
Yeah, best presentation I've done in my life. I guess it was just tech. It was about Desert Bus in general. We just got to Desert Bus VR, and I talked about all the new features. Everybody was so interested.
I'm sure. Oh my God, you're kidding. I might have just thrown this game. I'm playing a video game right now, by the way. I'm sorry. I know I'm not
Um.
supposed to when we do these
Peyton
Okay.
has
things.
never played Splatoon 2. I gave him my copy, but he never played it ever. He hates
That's
Splatoon
false.
2.
That's so true. What's your opinion on? Wait, didn't that new Sonic game come out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
People were talking about it. Well, ever since I saw it initially, I thought it looked soulless to me. I don't know. It just kind of looked like a ton of mechanics in a game, but I don't know.
yeah. I mean, the trailer looked really bad. I was actually in the call with someone earlier who was playing it in the call,
Mm,
and they said it was fun. So I don't
okay.
know. It definitely looked awful in the trailer that they put out.
Yeah. Also, the
I've
enemies
also
look
I looked at
stupid.
gameplay, and I don't think the world looks that good.
Yeah, that's the
Like
thing. Usually, Sonic has like this kind of style to it, and the
the
part that's bad is the gameplay. But I
there
think the
are open
gameplay is
world
good in this one, and the style is bad, which is so
there are
true.
open world segments, and like level segments,
Uh-huh.
and then the open world segments to me just looks like a Unity test room where there's just rails all over the place. It still looked like that. We saw
It
that in the
did
test
look like
trailer.
that. You're right. In like the seconds that I saw it. Of course, this is a game that I could play, and I choose not to. So, what am I to say? Video games.
Sorry
It's
for
still it still looks like that. Let's talk about the new Monster Rancher that came out under my radar. I didn't even notice it.
German
I
was talking about that today.
under
And then it was only
under
for Switch, and I'm
Adam's
like,
Monster Rancher radar.
Under his watchful eye.
Yeah.
under my watchful eye. You know, it makes sense because it's on Switch, and I'm not gonna get my Switch out to play Monster Rancher.
I get my Switch out to play one thing every like 2 months.
You should buy Splatoon and then play Splatoon with me. By
I'll
the
just
way.
steal it from my brother.
But you do know what does come out in a week? The new Pokemon game.
It does?
Yes.
I had
18th.
no idea. Oh, I can't tell. I mean, I really haven't been thinking about it. I mean, I got Sword and Shield when it came out. Well, no, I got Shield when it came out.
Jackson, please play Splatoon with me. Owen's like the only person.
But
I
the
can.
problem is I don't think I would play it that much. I guess that's my problem with every game, so I should just start buying things that I don't play. I don't know what my problem is.
You should buy the new Pokemon game. We can make the Whale Lord real. Only real ones know his name. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to know the Whale
this
Lord's
is
name.
secret intel information. Make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe,
And then give us money on Patreon.
and then join our
that we
Patreon.
have.
Then I join our Patreon. Tier 3 Patreon members get intel on what the Wailord's name is.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the only perk. Tier 2
I feel like that's worth
get
it,
a cool virtual high five, and Tier 1 get a cool wink.
Tier 1, you can send me MP3 files, and then I can make them worse.
That's a really good idea. You should do that. All right, let's make a Patreon right now.
For our active follower base.
Our active follower base of people looking up randomizers for Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. That's
I
the
don't
game,
know how you
right?
randomize it. That was the game.
Yeah, okay. I had to make sure.
It was kind of easy, not gonna lie.
Everybody in this call knows a ton about Fire Emblem.
I have played the game before.
Me too.
Okay, I actually, that's true. I played it for like 5 minutes though, so I don't know.
Yo, that's more than me. Oh wait, no, I played. Okay, well, that is still more than me. I played like the fishing mini game for like 1 minute.
The fishing mini.
That was awesome. I loved that. That was good.
How could you forget you played Fire Emblem Heroes on your smart phone?
Jackson, did I ever show you how to do the fishing thing in Ultra Kill?
You showed me the thing that you typed in, and I watched you do the fishing.
Oh yeah, you were. I do remember that.
I
think.
popped off. Remember? I like slammed my desk really hard. It was really awesome. We love fishing. Adding fishing to Ultra Kill.
We do appreciate fishing here. It is.
We haven't like
one of
gone
our-
fishing together.
We
but,
should
you know,
have an APN fishing trip. That should be something we should do.
My dad's gonna come.
Okay.
It's because it's
That's
his.
fine.
It'll be his fishing equipment.
That's gonna what?
He's gonna. Dude,
Shut up!
bro. That's come on, man. Come on, man. You're gonna make me fall to the ground and weep. It's gonna be crazy.
You just got trolled.
You guys excited for D&D? You guys excited?
In D&D in 30 minutes?
It's on 30 minutes actually.
Me win D&D in 30 minutes.
D&D in a few days.
My room has no right to be this hot right now. Alexa, what's the temperature? Okay,
Who's
it's
Alexa?
60, so it's
What?
my mom.
Okay. That's so crazy.
I refer to my mom by her first name. So.
Oh, Talk about the funny Weird Al movie.
Oh my
It was
gosh, Weird Al
awesome.
movie, yes.
Daniel
So
Radcliffe is Weird Al
yeah,
Yankovic.
so I walked into Adam's house the other day, and I looked to my left, and they were watching the Weird Al movie, and I was like, oh my god, let's go.
Weird
And
Al
he was
Yankovic is
like,
real.
oh my little hungry one, hungry one.
Actually, will get copyright.
Oh, I'm too perfect. I'm too perfect at singing. Oh no.
Like how all the videos that use copyrighted music are copyrighted.
Open up a package of my bologna. Think about that. We should you think if we talk to Spotify they'd get us a banner for this podcast?
Probably.
What if I would love it?
That sounds like a
Yeah,
good idea.
It's surprisingly easy to get your podcast on Spotify.
You- no, just not just on Spotify, but a banner so that people can click on it. We need to click on our
Can
banner.
we get #1 on Spotify?
Yeah, we're gonna get #1 on Spotify.
Can we top the Joe Rogan podcast?
probably.
Joe Rogan, that's we're saying it today. We're coming to get you. APN podcast. Mark our words.
Better watch out, Joey.
Also, you should get all of us on at the same time.
I don't want to
All
be on Joe Rogan
okay.
podcast,
It'll just
actually.
be
That
me
sounds like
then.
that sounds unpleasant. He
It
sounds like
probably
an
is.
unpleasant person to be
He's like
around.
he's like a tribal warrior, and he's like demanding answers from you. It's scary. And he talks about monkeys killing other monkeys.
That's pretty awesome. He sounds like a fine gent.
It's terrifying. Chimpanzees, though. Think about that. He loves chimpanzees. He loves to talk about chimpanzees. It's crazy. It's so funny how like when I'm on YouTube Shorts, and like, there's just a ton of like stuff that is for some reason on the Joe Rogan podcast. I mean, if anything, Joe Rogan is kind of like informative on certain random topics, and then Joe Rogan will go, you know, about chimpanzees, and then the conversation will be completely different seconds later. That's okay. So Joe Rogan, I'll come on because I'm the strongest of all of us.
That's not true, Jackson. You can throw a ball while I can throw hands.
Okay, so I can. So I'll go on the section of the podcast where you throw a ball, and Adam will go on the section where you throw hands. Are you saying that you would fight Joe Rogan? Because that probably doesn't sound like a good idea.
I could beat him up.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I would bet money on you, Adam, but like, he's not that tall. You might be taller than him. How tall is
That's
Joe
the
Rogan?
determiner.
No, height makes a huge difference in fights.
Yeah, but he's like a fighter, I think, right?
Is he?
Yeah,
I,
he's some
okay, never
martial
mind,
artist.
Adam. You're screwed. I'm betting
He's
on
also
you.
like in his 40s though.
That's not enough.
Oh my God, did you either of you guys play
Sorry,
Sandman
Jackson.
in jail?
He's in his 50s. I'm sorry, Jackson.
He'll also look at you and be like, I don't know.
He's also from Boston, so I could probably take it.
Honestly, you got a point. He's from Boston.
Is he from Boston? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's true. He's from Boston, I bet. I think
Like
he's actually
German.
from New Jersey.
New
That's in
Jersey.
Boston's in New Jersey.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't think that's true, actually.
Jackson. Boston is in New Jersey. New Jersey is in Illinois. We know this.
Jersey's in Illinois.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackson, I'm gonna send you to London. The city in Arkansas. Sorry, no, not London, England. The city in
There you
Arkansas.
go.
I love Arkansas. Especially
Why?
England. I don't know. I've never been there, but it's so cool.
I think it's funny that they named it England.
I think
That's
that's
pretty
also
cool.
pretty funny.
Like, why'd they do that? That's like copyright infringement or
That
something.
is copyright infringement.
I think
But it
London
is
should
kind of
sue.
funny though.
The other day, Austin was playing the first episode, or maybe it was the second episode, because the first we have a pilot episode and then we have the first episode. That's different.
The pilot episode's not available though.
That's not true, is it?
It's true.
Okay. The first episode, he was playing the first episode, over the voice channel bot in Discord, and that was lovely. I got to hear myself talk, and because I am so self-centered, I was a big fan of that. Um,
I
so
love hearing myself talk. It's definitely not at all jarring.
yeah.
I don't like it. I got you. You fell for it.
I was yeah okay. I've been
It's because in
bamboozled,
Hayden's
ghosted.
head he sounds way higher than you think he actually is.
Um,
Hayden thinks he has like a really deep voice, but it's actually
well,
extremely
everybody's
high.
like voice to themselves sounds different than um. It's just a little different.
I feel like it's a thing where your voice doesn't change whenever you actually grow up. I feel like my voice is the same
Well, it's like a
since
gradient.
since I was like a kid.
I have the same
In
voice
my
as I
head, of
was when I was
course.
4.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal for people. Like in your head, you sound the same, but
Yeah,
clear if
because
you listen to yourself when you were like 5 compared to now,
oh my gosh.
it's gonna
Oh,
sound a bit
I was
different.
like a child when I was 5. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, can't believe that.
You know, if you really want to hear yourself talk, I have a microphone where I could plug in my headphones and I could hear myself talk.
Oh.
I'm gonna do that right now. It's
Don't.
gonna be awesome.
No.
I don't think it should affect audio.
I hope it does.
I only hear myself talk.
I hope we hear like a resonating, like Adam hearing himself. All right, quick round. Here we go. Who big?
I've also
What's
realized
your...
that
Okay.
I can only hear myself talk and not you guys
That's
talk.
so awesome.
So, uh, hey guys, I'm
Yeah,
leaving the
Adam.
conversation now. So let's
Yeah,
talk
yeah, yeah.
about
Okay, so Adam,
everyone's
what's your
favorite game,
opinion on?
Among Us.
Oh, okay. He's talking about Among Us because he can't think
So,
of anything else.
when were you
Yep.
when Among Us first dropped? At my I was chilling in my jacuzzi in my hotel room, and
Yeah, his
I
jacuzzi.
get the news
Yep.
on my jukebox that this new game Among
His
Your
Us
jukebox.
just
jukebox.
came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I like the story.
Okay, that was it. I heard myself
Oh,
talk.
your jukebox.
Yeah, I was on my jukebox.
Yeah.
You,
Sweet.
you've been to my house, Jackson. You know that I have like a really lavish house.
Yeah, your splendiferous mansion.
But the walls are painted like a goldish green. There's actually like a bit of gold dust in the
Yeah, they
paint.
put gold in the walls because just
And
to tell people.
I have a giant skin tiger carpet in my foyer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is for
Right,
sure what
right.
you have.
I actually have a gigantic bedroom and a closet that fits in two guest beds, so I can have guests sleeping in the closet if they want to.
2 guest beds
Yeah,
in the closet.
yeah.
I think I
Because my
could fit
closet,
1 guest bed in my closet.
because I don't use my closet that much. I have a gigantic guest bed, two
If
of
we
them,
took all of the
and they're also queen size as well. Queen size guest beds.
wow, okay. That's just a
You
whole
you
does that really even
you
classify as a closet? That's just a whole nother room, really.
you've been there, Jackson. Do you remember how big my bedroom is in
Yeah, and I'm
general?
still taking into question how large your closet is and if it is considered a closet.
Just listen. It's the house is actually made for big people.
The what?
The house is actually made for big people,
Okay,
which is why it's so
so
big.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And you've inherited it from your ancestors, which are
Yeah,
giants.
the giants that
Yeah,
rule
yeah.
the world.
Mm-hmm. Your house is, of course, on a big hill
Yeah,
that is above the entire city.
yeah, and also whenever you go to like the entrance of my house, there's a giant statue of me naked spitting out water, a
Oh,
fountain.
That's my
It's a
favorite
fountain.
part.
Of course,
That's awesome.
of course, I have a giant sensor bar over the naughty bits.
Yeah, like a real life sensor bar, or does it is it
E- Yeah, real life sensor bar.
okay? Sweet.
It puts technology because whenever you walk around it, it actually pans to center directly where your vision is.
Yeah, it's like a
It's always facing you. The sensor bar is, and it's
uh-huh.
different for every person. So it's like it faces you, and
It's
the person can stand on the other side of the statue, and it faces them as well. It's a weird optical illusion, but
it's like spheres in like Mario 64.
yeah,
Yeah, sweet.
it's a pretty weird optical illusion, but that's what you get when you have billions of dollars.
When you have just like an obscene amount of money.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that we gave your input about your house.
you see, we could all live like this if we had universal income.
Or we could all live like Adam
We could all live like Adam on his giant
and his
hill,
lavish inherited mansion.
inherited mansion from his giant ancestors. Um, okay, now we're gonna get to the real topic, which is um, space pirates. Are they cool?
Obviously, space and pirates.
These
Adam,
pirates, they're real.
are they cool though?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what kind of space pirates.
All right, get into it. Get into it.
You see, you could have the space pirates that just board other ships and raid them and kill all the crew members. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, pillaging.
But then you have the space pirates that are like 5 kilometers away from the target and then just like shoot them and then blast all the cargo into space and then collect their cargo.
Hmm.
Because
That is a different
This
perspective.
is a reference, by the way.
I didn't get the
A
reference, so
hit,
it's not
a
actually a
hit
reference.
video game, Pulsar Lost Colony. Not really a hit,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a good
So we're
game.
talking. You
when
know,
are you gonna get
honestly, I
Pulse Lost
should have
Colony,
expected
Jackson?
Yeah,
this.
when are you gonna get Pulsar, Jackson?
God damn. Hmm. Um, you know, probably someday.
Honestly, it's worth it. Bro, it's so fun. It's really fun.
Okay. Okay.
Like, actually go buy the game right now.
Um.
Do it. Or
Um.
Splatoon, either
No,
or.
not right now. I don't think.
Not right now?
But
Okay.
if you bought Pulsar, you could play with me and Hayden. If you bought Splatoon, you could only play with Hayden.
That's
I
true.
mean, if Adam bought Splatoon, he could also play with us.
Hayden doesn't even own Splatoon 2. He hasn't even played it.
Why does that matter? I don't really
I
know.
stole it from you, Adam. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Have you even played it yet?
Yeah, I have.
Have you beat
I'm
it?
like, yeah, I beat the single player, and I got a couple. No, I got the hero weapons, the
Did you
the
did
hero
you
shot, and almost got the brush. I haven't really touched it in a bit though,
did you play the
and I'm
Pony
like
Taiko
level.
drums?
I did play a little bit of it.
Um. You're like yep.
And if at the end of the month the battle pass season ends, yes, there's a battle pass in Splatoon 3, sort
That's
of. It's called the
awesome.
catalog.
Yeah, battle
It's
pass.
just you get points and then it gives you free stuff. It's not like anyway.
Can I pay money to get to the end of the battle pass?
No, you
Like
can't.
Fortnite,
You
like
have to actually play the game. Sadly, you can't
What?
cheat.
No. I want to obtain useless status symbols to other
I like.
13-year-olds.
Honestly, I hate battle passes in games, but like that's usually because you have to pay for it,
Yeah.
and then it gives people an advantage.
Uh-huh.
This isn't like that, so that's cool. And it's not technically a battle pass; it's a catalog. So it's like
That's different.
you're shopping for clothes or something. You think of it as because like, yeah,
It's like the Sears catalog, but for Splatoon.
Jackson,
probably not.
okay. I'm gonna need you to do a live reaction, okay?
For what? What we're doing?
There is a game me and Stephanie very much enjoy called
Okay.
For the King,
Okay, I think I've heard of that.
and I would like you to look at the trailer for it.
But I think we're doing a podcast right now, so
You can
Okay,
live
but
react
buy
to the
our game.
podcast. Think about it,
is that
Jackson.
allowed? Can we do that?
You, are you sharing your entire screen?
I'm sharing my left monitor. Which is just me full screening our little Discord bubbles. But I'm not going to use this audio. I guess I'm not going to use the video. So, um,
Yeah, I
actually,
think the best way I could describe it is
yes. Describe it to me.
like a multiplayer cooperative strategy RPG.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
has roguelike. It's like a top-down dungeon crawling.
Mm.
Has that open world. I just I know how much you enjoy classic RPGs,
I mean, I haven't played a ton of them.
but it's not like your regular classic RPG where the combat is you're just mindlessly attacking. It's you actually have to think, and if you think properly and work together as a team, you can successfully
Okay. So
do the
if
combat
we
better.
fail, you'll blame it on me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
Yeah.
get it
Okay.
already.
I just wanted to get that one across first.
If you were cool, you would have gotten it while I was free, but you're not.
Okay. I'm just
it's
gonna say that
also
nobody told me to get it, so
it's also on
that's
sale
probably not
for
true.
$6 on Steam right now.
Six
For Steam.
dollars? Okay. Baby. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But we
So,
wouldn't we wouldn't blame me if Austin's playing because Austin generally does do a bit of trolling.
that sounds
This
like
is
something that
completely
Austin would do.
unforeseen.
Yeah, that checks out.
There's a feature in the game where you can get a boat
Mm-hmm.
and players within a certain range. Whenever you enter a boat, you can call players within a certain range to enter the boat. And it would be a thing where he would get into a boat he would get into a boat while I'm nearby and force me onto the boat even if I don't want to be on the boat.
So the calling part forcibly moves you. You don't get a choice.
The player he has a choice to not put me on the boat, but he decides to.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
I don't have a choice whether I go on the boat or not.
Mm.
Sounds like super fun and a good mechanic.
We love video games.
We love video games here at APN.
Well, big gamers over here. Gaming. I play exponential idle on my phone. It's math related. That's why I do it. That's it. That's the only video game I play. I also play solitaire sometimes. That's cool. Big gamer. That's me.
My solitaire stats on my phone. I'm
Yo,
proud
pull
of
up the
them right
solitaire
now.
stats. Let's go.
My stats. You want to know my stats?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. The stats I've been given is the ones people care about are like moves to win and time to win.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll ignore the ones that are unimportant. The shortest time to win was 26 seconds.
Okay.
Minimum moves to win was 106 moves.
All right. All right.
And my current win streak is 227.
Oh my gosh, big win. We love this. Here at APN, we're big solitaire fans. Isn't that right, Hayden?
Oh yeah.
Solitaire is the game I play at college when I have nothing to do.
Really? Every time?
Yeah. I mean, I have Polytopia. It's just I don't have the dedication to start a game while just in a room. That's when a class starts in 2 minutes when I could just beat solitaire in 2 minutes. But Jackson, you should get Pulsar last call. Jackson, there's spaceships. You can be a space pirate. You agree space pirates are cool, right?
Huh?
You agree space pirates are cool, right?
Well, I never said actually, but, yeah, they're
When
pretty
you
cool, yeah.
when you go onto a ship and kill everyone on the ship, and it's so awesome, and you loot them.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah,
Like you go onto a ship, you kill everyone on a ship, and then you scavenge the ship to parts, and then you blow it up after you're done.
blowing up things is amazing.
You can do that in a Pulsar last colony.
That's cool. All right. What do you guys think about? Let me just think about something else. Guns in video games.
What?
I think they
Why
should
would
be
they do
banned. They're too
that?
violent.
That's honestly, yeah, that's true. They're too violent.
Unless
Let
they're cool space guns like Impulsor Last Call.
Yeah, or it's ultra kill, then that's okay.
Or you got your funny heal gun from Impulsor Last Call in TF2.
What about you, Hayden? What do you think?
Hmm. Why would they put guns in a video game? That doesn't make
That's what
sense.
I'm saying.
But Jackson, hear me out.
Yeah.
You know a game you should play?
What's that? What is that,
You
Adam?
should play Fire Emblem in the Binding Blade.
Um,
Did you know it is actually free?
on
It's
what?
free
On what?
on your official Nintendo computer.
What's a
You
Nintendo computer?
you Unrun, right, Jackson?
I don't think so. I don't know what that is.
All you have to do is go onto your Google search and type in Game Boy Advance emulator,
And what's that?
and it'll bring you to a funny link where you can download the Nintendo operating system on your computer.
Wait, that doesn't sound legal.
It's official. It's on the Nintendo website.
It's
Trust.
on the Nintendo website.
It's official.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're providing it to me on the Nintendo website,
And
then
then after you download that official Nintendo thing, you can then go onto your Google browser and type Fire Emblem Binding Blade ROM.
what's a ROM?
That's how you download games because ROM stands for like
Rapid
it's
online.
rapid rapid online media because it gives it to
Yeah,
you
okay.
rapidly.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it, it rapidly downloads the media online for free,
Thank you, thank you. Oh, and it's legal. It's
and
legal.
it's legal, 100% legal.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I mean, if it's all allowed, then that doesn't seem like a problem to me.
Nintendo actually actively encourages people to enjoy it like this because they said we understand that we don't put our games on the Switch's emulation system, so
Mm.
we do it like this.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad that they are so accepting.
They are very accepting. You should also ask them how they feel about Pokemon randomizers. They love them.
That's so
Or Nuzlocke. They absolutely adore Nuzlocke. Should we talk about that? I think that's funny enough to bring
the
up.
Nuzlocke. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
It
it
was
was? It
two
was.
former
Yeah, it
Nintendo
was like the people
employees,
that were from Nintendo Minute. Yeah. The
and they were like, so we brought up to the people at Game Freak that we should do a Pokemon Nuzlocke, and they got so mad that they said it was as bad as modding the game, which is obscene
It's
because
literally just a challenge. Like,
I mean, my guess it has something to do with like a lot of the times people will do Nuzlocks. They'll do like a randomizer Nuzlocke or something. I don't know, but
I don't even think that's true. A lot of people don't do randomized Nuzlocke, I don't feel.
or just like some type of like in relation to something modded.
Like there are a lot of Nuzlocke mods, but there's a lot of things that people do for the base games. I think like some of the most popular Nuzlocke content on YouTube has always been base game.
I mean, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. They're like, we should do a Nuzlocke, and they're like, uh,
No.
if you do that, you're stupid. And yeah, that was how it went.
Which does this also bring to the question, how does Nintendo feel about speedrunning?
I can't imagine they're like. I mean, some speedrun like categories like really make a game popular. So it's like, how can they be upset about it? I mean, I guess
because
they're
they're
still upset about
stupid.
like Melee and like people still play that game for some like for competitive reasons, and they won't even think about supporting them. So
You know, it also just came to me why Martha and Roy are from in Smash Bros. Why they are in Smash Bros.
why is
Do
that,
you,
Adam?
do you know who developed Melee?
Um,
Your mom.
is
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
It,
It's not.
it was Intelligent Systems. They
Yeah.
developed Melee,
Yeah, for sure.
which, if you don't know, they're the company that develops the funny games.
The funny games. Everybody knows that one.
Which also is a funny reference in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. There is a toad in the town that says, "I am on my Nintendo GameCube playing Fire Emblem."
That's a reference.
On his official Nintendo GameCube. Jackson saw me playing that same game earlier. Remember that, Jackson, on official Nintendo GameCube?
Yeah, it was on his official Nintendo. There was some weird black bar on the top. I don't know what that was, but I guess that's just a part
Visual
of.
bug.
Well, it was a black bar bug. They never fixed it.
Oh, it's a bug. Oh, in the game.
Yeah,
Okay, for sure.
yeah. It's because
Um.
it's because I got an early copy. They patched it out in other copies, but I got
Mhm.
like the day one copy. So
That's
they
so
never
cool.
patched it out because they couldn't patch games back in the day because
That's.
they were stupid.
I bet they were stupid.
You know, I don't understand how companies are so like hostile to modding when modding is like one of the essential things for game history. Do you guys know that?
I
Like
guess not necessarily.
in arcade cabinets, in order to make harder games, like different games, they would take the original game and modify it. I think that's how like Miss Pac-Man was made. A lot of other popular arcade games were modified to make harder versions of them because people got
Mm-hmm.
really good at them. So there's just a lot of arcade games or mods of other games,
Mm-hmm. That's kind of awesome. Oh my
and
god.
it's essential. Did you know Half-Life 2 actually uses the Quake engine? Not Half-Life 2, Half-Life 1 uses the Quake engine?
Hayden,
This
did
is
you
real.
know that?
I
He
think I heard
uses
that at
he
some
uses a
point.
modified version of the Quake engine.
That's so cool, Adam. Oh my
It's very easy
gosh.
to tell when you're. I think there was like a alpha build that was dumped online that very much looks like Quake.
I'm pulling you in with my tractor beam.
No,
How do you
I've
feel?
seen. You know, we have talked about in the APN podcast.
What would that be, Adam?
Monster Hunter World Iceborne DLC.
Monster Hunter World Iceborne DLC.
It's a terrible game. I hate it.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I had never played it. Ever.
I would never dump 200 plus hours in it because I hate it that much.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I just hate that game so much.
I bet they didn't make a. But you know what I do love? I love the movie they made. The movie was
That
awesome.
movie was so good. Oh my gosh. I love that. Dude, have you seen that movie or is it just me describing it?
I think it's just you describing.
Because that movie, I don't even know what to say about it. I was only like half conscious, but none of it made sense to me.
Would you
Well,
say it's on par with?
clearly the best characters to be the main characters of a Monster Hunter movie are isekai U.S. Marines. Just very obvious thing to choose. And then like all of them die except for like two. No, I think it's all of them but one actually. And this lady, she cannot speak to the Monster Hunter guy. Like he's a reference to Field Team Leader for Monster Hunter World. And
It's almost as if they speak different languages.
yeah, they speak different languages. She speaks English because she's American, and he speaks Monster Hunter language.
Because he's Monster Hunter.
And then, so they have this whole thing where like they're forced to work together to like fight the spiders and stuff, and then they fight Diablos, and then the other Monster Hunter characters show up, which is like Commander and the handler. I can't remember.
First
There was
character, I
another one,
believe.
but I don't remember the. And the commander just knows English because he quote unquote has studied the other world or whatever, and so he just speaks English. Everybody else can't speak English, but he can.
Oh yeah, I remember the final scene as well, where What was the final monster? Was it Diablos or Rakdos? Something like
It
that.
was Rathalos.
It was
They were like talking
Rathalos,
about it. They were like,
and
Rathalos is
then
so bad.
before the female marine took the final shot, she said, "I am the monster hunter." And then she shot Rathalos, and then he fell down and died.
It's true. I
That's
was
true. She is
there. I
like, I
saw the
am the monster
movie.
hunter. And they really only, because, Monster Hunter
Which I,
has like these cool weapons, and they only had like 5 of them total in the whole show, the movie. It was really funny.
which that you might think is a reference to Monster Hunter World, but it's actually a reference to Monster Hunter Iceborne, where in the end, when you're fighting Fatalis, your main character, before they do, there's like a cutscene where they're like, "I am the Monster Hunter World Iceborne,"
It's
That
true.
happens. That's the name drop part of the game.
and then they kill Fatalis.
Yeah.
They
Um.
love doing that because it's awesome. I remember playing Monster Hunter 2 for the first time. They're like, "I am the Monster Hunter 2."
The second
That's
Monster Hunter.
crazy. I freaked out when I heard that, bro. That was, oh, chills.
Imagine that one video where it's in that bar where they're all like really excited, and there's a big TV screen, and it's of
Mhm,
Monster
mhm.
Hunter 2. That's so exciting! Oh my god. So yeah, Monster Hunter movie.
I love whenever the games name drop the game into the final scene.
Yeah,
Because
the
I
final
remember
scene.
remember playing Hitman 2,
Uh huh.
and then it was on the final destination. There's like a certain scene of events where you get your target alone in your room, and then Agent 47 says, it was like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I am Hitman 2," and then he shoots him.
Isn't he? Does he also say he's the Hitman 1 in the first game?
He
Or
just says, "I'm Hitman."
I guess that makes sense. So he says he's the Hitman. This is the same guy, Agent 47,
Yeah,
and he says he's the Hitman 2 this time.
yeah.
Has he evolved, or is this like is he lying?
What? He would never.
Okay.
Oh, hey, and you also remember the Funny Streets of Rogue ending, right? Where whenever you become mayor, your character's like, "I guess I'm the mayor of the streets of Rogue now."
Is that,
That sounds like it's
I do
real, to
remember
be
that.
honest, but I don't know.
I think that sounds legit.
I'm just gonna
See,
choose to
okay,
believe that's real.
I'm honestly not sure if I are you okay, real talk, are you serious or not? Because I don't remember this, but I could entirely see it
I'm
happening.
gonna say that he's saying the truth.
Trust is true, trust.
Okay, it's not. He's for sure lying, but uh,
Wait till we get Streets of Rogue 2.
and he'll say the same thing, but with 2 at the end.
Oh, Hayden, you also played. You remember playing XCOM, right, Hayden? When you get to the end of the game, who I forget his name. He's what's his name again? The funny guy who talks to you all the time, Hayden. Do you remember him?
Central?
Central.
I think so.
Do you remember whenever he's talking to the aliens at the ending cutscene, and they were like, "Who are you?" And he was like, "We are XCOM 2."
Bro, I love name drops. They're so awesome.
I also love the Terraria name drop.
We are Terrarians.
Who says anything like that in Terraria? When would that even be? The Moon Lord? The Moon Lord says it?
When you're killing the Moon your Lord, your character says a little thing at the end. He says, "This is for Terraria."
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like, those little like speech bubbles that you can do in like the bottom right of the inventory. It's like one of those, except it's a
Yeah.
whole speech line that says, "This is for Terraria." Very insightful. Um, I'm gonna start looking up like ridiculous titles for people in medieval times because there is something called a seneschal, and
A
that's
Duke.
awesome. That's not. I mean, that
Yeah,
is
that's
one of
funny,
them,
Dookie.
but I wasn't. I was
He
trying to
sounds
figure
like
out like stupid
Dookie.
ones.
Sounds like Dookie.
Because I use Chamberlain, which is like a steward of like a house. Um,
Also, do you remember the ending of My Singing Monsters?
the ending of My Singing Monsters.
Where like a CIA agent comes up to you and he says, and he looks at your monster and says, "What are these?" And then you say, "These are my singing monsters."
And then Fur Corner's like rah 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 rah.
Ah, da, da. We get copyrighted. Don't
And
say
then
it.
Grump is like, wake up the Wublins, wake up the Wublins. Think about that.
So true.
Um,
The
um,
ending of Half-Life whenever G-Man sends
okay,
awkward
we
Freeman,
can be done with this joke now,
he
please.
says, "I hope you'll enjoy your Half-Life, Mr. Freeman."
What's your opinion
That's
on grapefruits? Grapefruit.
I've never had a grapefruit.
Okay,
I
Adam.
don't even. I've had grapefruit flavored stuff before, but like,
grapefruit, more like bad fruit.
Okay, I think we've come to a conclusion.
I never had it. Either.
Okay, I've had it once.
It probably tastes fine. It's a
Yeah,
citrus.
it's fine.
I like
Well, you
citrus.
have to like put like sugar on it, or else it's like too
uh,
too sour.
if you have to put sugar on it for it to
Yeah,
be enjoyable, it doesn't sound very
yeah. No, you
good.
can't just eat it.
That
Well, I
sounds
mean, I guess you
stupid.
could just eat it, but it's like eating a lime or a lemon, basically.
Do you guys think we could become the next Weird Al?
Yeah, all us three together could become the next Weird Al.
Oh, Weird Al had a famous band. Just remember, you watched the Weird Al movie
Yeah, I
with
remember
us.
his famous band.
Famous band.
Then which one of us is the Al Yankovic? This is very important.
I can play the accordion.
Okay,
I
okay,
can't
that's
actually.
you probably,
What?
because you could play the accordion.
I can't play the accordion. Who
Okay,
told
so
you
you
that?
can't play the. I also cannot play the accordion. That leaves Hayden. Sorry, Hayden. You get to be
Um,
Al Yankovic in our trio.
I'm gonna leave it ambiguous on whether or not I can play the accordion.
That's okay. So there's a higher chance that you can play the accordion than either of us who have confirmed that we cannot.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I spoil the Weird Al movie?
I would be so upset.
Would you actually though?
I mean, I would just probably be pretty indifferent, but you know.
I need to get it off my chest, Jackson, please. I need to
Okay.
talk about
Yeah,
the
that
entire
makes
plot of the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Adam.
So as we all know, the Weird Al movie starts with Weird Al Yankovic is just a boy,
Uh huh.
and his father is very harsh on him because his father hates accordion and polka music.
Yes, he hates
So
that.
then Weird Al goes out on his own to form a band. He gets inspiration and makes a song called My Bologna, a parody of the original song that I don't know the name of.
My Sharona.
My Sharona, that's the one.
Yeah.
And then he gets really famous, so famous that people like Richard Nixon and Pablo Escobar say that they are Weird Al's their favorite musician. But then Weird Al gets really upset that he is only known for parodies, so he wants to make his own song, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his funny mentor, Dr. Demento, gives him LSD to come up with a new
What?
song, and he comes up with his new hit single, "Eat It," which is not a parody of any song.
It's a parody. That's really in the movie.
That's in the movie.
It's not a parody of any song.
It's not a parody of
Because
any
Michael
song.
Jackson does not exist in this world.
No, 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 hold on. Wait for it. And then Madonna
Okay.
comes to his house because Madonna wants him to make a parody of her song because whenever Weird Al makes parody of songs, the original artist's albums sell like 5 times as much.
Yeah.
So then, they go on a date, and then while on the date, Weird Al gets a phone call that Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5 made a parody of Eat It called Beat It. And
Yeah.
now and now everyone will think that Eat It is just a parody of Beat It.
Tragedy. The
And
tragedy
then Weird
exists.
Al gets very drunk. He misses his show, and then a bunch of other stuff happens. Uh,
Wow.
he gets in a car crash, almost dies, but then he makes a song called "Like a Surgeon," which is a parody of the Madonna song "Like a Virgin."
Hmm.
And then after that, Weird Al gets kicked off stage because he makes too many lewd comments
Clearly.
because he's too drunk.
Yeah.
And he and Madonna go out to dinner, and then she gets kidnapped by goons from Pablo Escobar.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then Weird Al goes to the jungles of South America to
No.
track down Pablo Escobar, and he manages to kill him.
What? I can see why you wanted to get this off of your chest.
But then Madonna's like, "No, Weird Al, we should stay here. We could become the new drug lords and rule the world."
No. No.
And then Weird Al was like, "They were right. You're just using me for fame." And then he leaves. And then Weird Al decides to go back to the factory where his dad works because no one wants him anymore. And then his dad says, "What are you doing?" He says, "Son, let me bring out my notebook and let me tell you about my childhood. You see, I was raised Amish.
Oh my god, you were kidding me.
And one day, I got an accordion just like you, but I was shunned for it."
Oh my
And then
god.
eventually, Weird Al finds the lyrics that his dad wrote. And the lyrics are the song to Amish Paradise. Weird Al eventually goes back on stage and performs Amish Paradise. And then he accepts a music award that is probably not the best, but arguably the most famous accordion player in a very specific genre of music. That's what the award is called.
Okay, sweet.
But while on stage, someone is loading up a light machine gun in the front seat, getting ready to
What?
assassinate Weird Al. After Weird Al accepts his reward, Madonna gives the go to assassinate Weird Al, and then he
Madonna.
gets
Yeah.
assassinated live on stage.
He just is assassinated live on stage?
And that's how the movie ends.
Now I feel kind of upset that I said I wouldn't be mad. Because this is a ridiculous and awesome movie. Oh my god.
Sounds like an excellent film, and I regret
By
not
the
being able
way,
to watch.
this is actually real. This is actually based on Weird Al's life, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's clearly dead and was gunned down on stage.
So they found a look-alike to play him during the
Yeah.
movie.
A lookalike to play Weird Al Yankovic.
Not like a look-alike, not Daniel Radcliffe, but the look-alike. You know, like the
The
CEO
lookalike for
person who.
Weird Al that is to
Oh,
play not Weird Al.
yeah.
Yeah. Very important that we got that one in.
We keep
Yeah.
spending most of our lives living in an Amish paradise.
That's crazy. Amish Paradise has such rich backstory to it.
I still think the movie's still worth seeing because to explain the plot, there's a lot of jokes inside the movie that the
Mm,
movie rewards you if you're paying attention to the jokes
that's so awesome. Oh my god.
because a lot of the jokes do come back. And you'll be like, "Oh, I remember when they talked about
Oh
that."
my god, that's a reference to 20 minutes ago.
That's a reference to there's a joke like an hour and 20 minutes the way through that was referenced like the first 10 minutes.
That's lovely.
They keep him.
Think about Polka Party. Like, that's a thing that happened in real life.
You know, I was actually kind of upset that there was no polka melodies.
Yeah, you're right.
It was all parodies, except for "Eat It," which is its own original song.
Yeah, yeah, original song. Eat it.
Not a parody of anything else.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I will tell you one joke that I did like. You've seen the album "Crazy Hair Day," right, by Weird Al?
yeah.
The one that has, the one that features the hit song "Amish Paradise."
Mm-hmm.
In the ending, there's a person with that hairdo at the award ceremony.
There is a person with that hairdo at the award
Yeah,
ceremony.
from the cover.
I think that that hairdo is a reference to an actual, like, person. Like,
Yeah, Weird Al.
No, I don't. I think he. Actually, I'm not sure. Let me look at the album cover.
By the way, this is not to say anything bad about the movie, but the movie is off time-wise because Weird Al gets assassinated in 1985, while in reality, the song Amish Paradise was made in 1996.
It's so weird. Oh my god.
Like Weird Al.
That's crazy. Been spending most of our lives living in an Amish paradise.
You probably think it like living in an Amish paradise. You turn but once or twice living in an Amish paradise. It's all sin and sacrifice living in an Amish paradise. Jackson, how do you feel that sometimes I prank you by adding songs to Seven?
Well, usually they aren't like bad songs. Sometimes they are, but
Jackson hates Pretty Fly for a White Guy. He hates it
I
Jackson
just
hates
because
white
don't.
people.
What did you just say? What?
Huh?
he does.
Um,
I like how you still haven't removed We Like Pizza radio version.
I really should do that. I really should.
Song goes hard. What do you mean?
We like pizza and
I like pizza pepperoni.
mozzarella and anchovy.
I like pizza with tomato. We like pizza every day.
I also like how Candyland's still in there, which is an awesome song, by the way. Can we play that
Yeah.
right now, Jackson,
I'm on the fence with
please?
that. Well, in fact, we have 3 minutes left until we've hit the hour mark. So, um,
Here, Jackson, I'll bring my phone up and play
do
Candyland.
not do that. Please do not.
We
Do
won't
not
get
do-
copyrighted because it's royalty
wait
free.
until the last minute of our lovely show.
Can that be the outro music?
Yeah, that'll be the outro music.
We got to keep
We'll
that as
say
an ongoing thing.
goodbye very lovingly to our lovely viewers and our
They're
pursuers
mostly
of
just
Fire Emblem and the
us.
Sacred Stone randomizers. Just
It's a pretty hard game. I can see why.
really
They
difficult.
they want a full
They just want the
guide.
randomizer experience.
They want a full walkthrough guide for beginners.
Yeah. Full walkthrough guide for beginners. Yep. Yeah. So we just be excited. Be excited. We're gonna do some more content. Don't expect a new podcast episode until 2 years from now. However, think about that.
Jackson will be forced to watch me play Fire Emblem 7.
If you see a new episode before 2 years from now, you're allowed to berate us in the comments because we went back on our word. If we do that, then that's really cool of us. Hayden, you have anything to say before we kick it off?
No.
All right, lovely. Adam, we're coming 15 seconds till the 1 minute mark. What do you have to say?
Obamacare is free and available for everyone, so make sure to get your local Obamacare today at your local Target or Walmart.
Yeah. Go ahead and get your Obamacare today. Okay, so we have about 50 seconds left. Make sure to smash that like button. Share, subscribe. Make sure that you this is kind of getting a little out of hand, but you keep going. We have 20 seconds left, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah. Lovely seeing you.